Okay, I'm videoing now. This is Harley. I just want to see how pretty her face is. She's a Tennessee walking horse. She's 15.3. Got real nice feet and legs. I'll get those. Somebody had asked me for a picture of those. This is our first time riding her out here. We're by the tank, out in back of the house. Gosh, she's pretty. She's all dappled, and it's wintertime. It's November 21st, I believe. And she's a very seasoned trail horse. I'd pretty much call her a novice horse. If you're not intimidated by her size, she's tall and stocky. Men would love her. She is gaited, so they move forward. They're not a very slow moving horse. Wow. Look at that. She's so pretty. That's great. That's her first time doing that. Well, let me get pictures of her feet. Somebody wanted her feet. She's got front shoes on. They're just kind of funny right now. They're a little long, but they're nice and straight. Good. It's her back feet. They don't have shoes on. We're gonna pop off her front shoes. And we don't shoe any of our horses. We just ride barefoot, and their feet get nice and tough out here, don't they, Harley? Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess we'll take her through some little ravines and things, and up some hills. Okay. All right, here's Harley today. We're just taking up a short hill, but this is one of our favorite places on the ranch, so we thought we'd... And she's really cool. She'll walk along kind of on a loose rein if you want her to. I can show you that in a minute. I'm riding along beside her. There's no other horses. It's a good horse when you can take them out a new place that she hasn't been out here by themselves. No other horses. That's pretty. And she has a nice smooth gait, kind of a stepping pace, we think. Oops. And I also kind of wanted to show them how a lot of gaited horses just want to gait all the time. She will walk along on a nice loose rein, and I just kind of wanted to show them that she has a going somewhere walk, and actually when she's riding along with me on the ATV, I'm just riding along beside her, she'll just kind of walk along with me. So now she thinks she wants to gait. But generally as we're walking, she's just walking along. So she's got a nice going somewhere kind of walk. See, but she's not trying to take off on you all the time. So basically, Scar, go ahead. What were you saying?
She neck reins really well.
Oh, okay. Let's see the neck reining, I guess. She's just a nice mare.
Super awesome.
Yeah. And we could breed her to Tucker, and you'd have for sure TWHBEA, so for sure spots. And definitely black or buckskin, right, with Tucker? Or Smoky Black, yeah. Possibly. Yeah. But that you have a pretty good chance of buckskin. Man, that would be a really nice horse. That wouldn't be, it'd be registrable as a spotted saddle horse and a pinto for sure. It wouldn't be a Tennessee Walker, though. We could breed her to Pride, and it would be a Tennessee Walker, because she is a Tennessee Walker. She's one of the prettiest Tennessee Walkers I think I've ever seen. You Tennessee Walker people can get mad at me for that, but she just got such a pretty head. Like, not that a lot of other Tennessee Walkers don't, but...
You can do whatever you want with her.
Oh, here, let's see. We got some nice grass in here. She's so cool. And she's always, I don't know if you can tell, she's like listening to Katie with her ears, but she's always got a sweet look in her eye. She's got one of the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. Just always never has a mean look in her eye.
No.
Always trying really hard. And again, she's alone. There's no other horses around. We do have a pack of horses back here somewhere that might come running over. If that happens, I'll video that, because that's about the scariest thing that could ever happen to you on the trail. Pretty girl. So I guess we'll take her to the mesa. I can get you coming down the mesa or something. Okay. All right, here's Harley. We're going to just go up a little hill here. We were looking for big hills, but the ones we found were way too steep, like we didn't even think they could do them. Okay. I don't know if you can see her. Here she goes. We hear you back there. There she is. She'll go anywhere. She's so cool.
Don't care about the rock. This is her first time out here.
Yeah. And we might see a whole bunch of deer and Gemsbach and AU dads. All right, now we're gonna do the mesa. Okay, we found this bag that fell off my ATV a minute ago. We're sacking her out, she doesn't care. She learns really fast. Man, she's so cool. And a lot of horses don't like the very noisy bag. Wow. And even when she's scared, like at first when we had it on her, we've had it on her for maybe 30 seconds, a minute. She was like side passing a little. She was a little uncomfortable about it. As you can see, she just immediately got used to it. Like, all right, I'm gonna take a look at the babies, see if they're growing their winter fuzz. Well, she's terrified of that. All right, we saw the other horses over here, so we came over. We used to think Gypsy over here she's a foxtrotter. How old is Gypsy? 6? 7? We used to think she was the prettiest buckskin gated horse we'd ever seen. Now, we think it's Harley. Harley just because she's got the super high black socks and she's the more dark dappled buckskin, you can see. Can you get her a little closer so I can get them both in frame? Gypsy! And she's taller. Gypsy's what, 15 hands and Harley's 15?
51, I think.
Okay, because Harley looks a lot taller.
Yeah.
But well, I guess she can't. She doesn't look that tall. And that's Scarlet. And then here's the babies. April's getting big. Look at that. Wow. April's dark, huh?
Yeah, see that dark big. Pretty girl.
And that's out of Tucker. And she's out of Tucker and Dolly. Wow, look at her mane's getting all pretty too.
Pretty girl.
She's going to be tall. And then here's Flash. She's out of Jackson Tucker. We believe she's a smoky black. And then we've got, that's Q, right? Yeah. She's a champagne cream. Who are Q, Gypsy, and Cindy? That's Cindy?
Yep.
Yeah. Cindy's a world champion. She's behind April. Aw, there's Flash. Cute. They got their little winter fur. Aw. Little cuties. April's quite a bit taller than her. But she's a lot older too, isn't she?
She's like 2 months older.
Okay. And Q's gonna have a cool baby, we hope.
Yeah.
She's a cream champagne foxtrot. She's got blue-green eyes. I don't know if you can see them, but wow, this camera really zooms in. Okay, we'll take her up to the mesa now. April is just stunning. Ooh, I hear somebody on the road there.
I think it's the wind.
Oh, look, you got a bunch of faces. That's cute. Aw. Okay, well, I'm videoing you both ways. Okay, so here's Harley. This is the first time we've taken her. This is a real scary, this is where we catch the deer. It's got little chutes in it, but it's black. And she's never been through it before. It's kind of a weird chute area. It's real tall. They do it black so the deer can see it. Apparently deer, we haven't caught any in here yet, but apparently they can kill themselves. They don't see the fence. Look how quick she learns too. She's like a little trepidatious at first and then,
yeah.
Ooh, and it makes weird sounds.
Yeah, when the wind blows.
Uh-huh. I don't know if they could hear that because I was probably blabbing, but see if it'll make that sound again. That is a scary thing.
Yeah.
If I were a deer, I'd kill myself in there too. Oh, there you can kind of hear it. I don't know if if you can hear it on the camera, it makes like a really weird, freaky metal sound. See if when the wind blows, see if it does it again. And even if she is like kind of nervous or something, she really doesn't do anything.
Yeah, she just tried to step up. I just told her no.
Yeah. With the big bag that we just did, she was side passing very slowly away from it, but it's nothing that anybody couldn't handle. And with horses, the upside is, and the thing that you should know about your horses, what the worst thing that they're going to do if they spook or get scared, and that you can handle it, and then you can ride confidently. So that's a good question to ask somebody if you're buying a horse, is what's the worst thing this horse will do? And no, if they say reared up and flipped over on me, I'd strongly suggest not buying that horse. So I'd take bucking over that even. But, yeah. Okay, so maybe we'll go up to the mesa or somewhere else now. Here's Harley. Using the clouds. Those are pretty today. She's got the cutest little knicker. She's trying to see if there's any other horses anywhere around, which there aren't. Top of one of the hills. This isn't the mesa. And she's cool. Okay, here's Harley. We're gonna canter her up the mesa and then come back down. And she hasn't been up here before. It's fairly steep. Is it real steep or not that steep? Guess she can't hear me. She's going. Yeah, it's pretty steep, especially when she gets to the next ridge, if you can tell. This thing zooms in pretty well, but it's a pretty steep little thing there. Woo! Nice, and they're way away. Here, I'll show you how far away they are when I zoom out. This has a really good zoom in, but it's amazing how quickly they get there and back. Oop, there we go. And again, let me show you how far away they are. Try to go slow so it's not making you dizzy. They're pretty far back there. Woo! She's got a real nice canter too. She's a little bit on the lazy side. She's kind of on the lazy side, right? So she's more of a gaiter than a canter, but she has a real nice canter.
Yeah, it's real nice. You just got to give her a little extra leg to get her in it.
Okay. And she backs nicely. When we got her, she was a little rusty about backing, and she just picked it up so quickly.
Yep, she's smart.
Yeah, and then the other thing that she did when we got her was they'd just let her walk off all the time. We like for them to stand still when we need them to, especially when you're mounting or dismounting or doing anything. And she would just kind of wanted to walk off just because they'd let her, and within one day, she'd figured out that we didn't like that and not to do it anymore. You can notice when we stop her, she just stands quietly. She's so smart, and so she tries so hard. Do you think you could stand on her?
Probably.
We haven't done this before, so.
It used to be, she'd walk off now.
Yeah.
Good girl. You gotta check on me?
She does the gaited horse sniff your foot thing. They all do that. They check on who's on them. And I wouldn't try this at home on your horse unless you're super balanced and your horse really likes you. Good girl. Ah. Sweet. We like her better and better every time we ride her. You can't say that about every horse. And people think it's so easy to find like a bomb-proof or a really good, safe trail horse. It's not. I put it to finding the right spouse. It's that difficult to find a horse like this that will take care of you and try. I don't think she'd ever do anything to try and hurt anybody. Nothing that we've exposed her to has she has not bucked, she's not reared, she hasn't bitten, kicked. Even her spook is like just a little get down, right? Yeah. Yeah. Now, does she side pass and stuff too? She comes off your legs?
She's a little rusty, but we've been working on it.
There you go. Nice.
It's a little slow. We're working on it.
They usually have a favorite. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Favorite and less favorite side. She's so good. And she doesn't have that marish attitude. People always say, oh, mares, they have that attitude. They get their, when they're in heat, they're so terrible. We don't have that with any of our mares. We had one mare that they would give Regimate to before we bought her, and she would get like that. But she would get a little, actually, she'd get friendlier when she was in heat. She'd just love on you more is about all she did. But we've never really understood, because we don't even know when they're in heat unless you hold them up to one of the stallion pens, and then they'll let you know, and then we know whether to breed them. But we actually prefer them to geldings because we can create another one if we love them a lot. We get to breed them and make more the gelding. You love your they're gelding, and they can be really great, but that's the only gelding you're gonna have. You can't make another one. So, yeah. All right.